Speaker, my question is to the Minister of Energy. Minister, yesterday we saw in this House a doubling down of your abysmal administration of the energy system and your unprecedented attack on the Auditor General. Today, the only thing piling up faster than the snow outside are your excuses for your failed energy policies. On Tuesday, we got confirmation from the AG that your smart meter fiasco will cost energy consumers double what you claim. Smart meters haven't cut consumption at peak times, and often they don't even relay the information back to the central data center. Minister, this is your chance to admit the errors of your government's policies and take responsibility for this smart meter scandal, which has piled up on top of scandal after scandal after scandal for your government. Will you take responsibility?
Thank you. Minister of Energy.
Mr. Speaker, I do want to address some of the challenges in the electricity system. As I said, we've made major investments. Smart meters is one of them, Mr. Speaker, and we've provided all of those quotes. But where were the seeds of this challenge that we have in the energy sector? Mr. Speaker, Hansard, December 1st, 2003. Frank Cleese, former member from Aurora. Well, there's one reason that we accumulated that debt in this province under the hydro ledger. And that is that people in this province for years have not been paying the true cost of electricity. It was in fact being subsidized, and a pox on all the previous governments that allowed that to happen. That includes Conservative governments. And Mr. Speaker, a quote from the then MPP, Energy Minister, former Energy Minister Jim Wilson. This summer, when we didn't have enough electricity in this province because we hit peak heat temperatures and all the air conditioners were running, we had to buy power. I had to pay $7 million one day to keep the air conditioners.
Thank you. Supplementary.
You should be buying power.
As I said, Speaker, more excuses, no answers. Minister, your failure to accept responsibility for yet...
Stop the clock. Stop the clock. Both sides. Bring it down. Please finish.
Minister, your failure to accept responsibility for yet another energy scandal leads me to believe that you're the one going to be receiving a lump of coal in your stocking this Christmas. In another one of your boondoggles, the Auditor General found that from 2006 to 2013, the global adjustment. Now that is the difference between the price of energy and the cost of the energy contracts you have signed for expensive, unreliable power. The global adjustment increased by 1,200%, while the average market price for energy decreased by 46%. That amounts to a staggering $50 billion charge on the backs of energy consumers in the province of Ontario. Minister, since you won't accept responsibility for this scandal and all of the other scandalous policies of your government, will you finally do the right thing and resign?
Thank you. Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Start the clock. Minister.
Mr. Speaker, before the global adjustment, wholesale market prices were insufficient to cover the cost of contract payments to certain electricity generators, leading the government to accumulate billions of dollars in debt, part of the debt I referred to earlier that had been accumulated by the previous government. This contributed to the stranded debt that Ontario consumers continue to pay off through the debt retirement charge. Mr. Speaker, the global adjustment is allowing the costs of the system to be recovered. Previously, they were accumulating debt, Mr. Speaker, and it's the stranded debt that is on our hydro bills today, which we are going to remove 2 years earlier, Mr. Speaker, which that government voted against. That party voted against.
Thank you. New question. Member from